Hello, everyone. Welcome to Man Manga's manga reading log for this month. This month is January. So yes, we are ready to go through it. We are trying a few new things. So let's see what we can do with the audio. I guess that is not quite as good as people like, but maybe this is better. I don't know. But this is going to be one of the things that I try. Some videos are going to have this change, some aren't, because sometimes I record them earlier, then edit them later. This one's one where I record it pretty close to now. So yeah, that's what happens. Anyways, let us get down to business. The beeswax. Okay, guys, wait a second here. Oh boy, we are missing a few things. Hold on one second. Okay, we've got it all taken care of now. Let's get through this and see what we've got going on here, okay? So let's start off with our favorite Witch Hat Atelier. I really like it. I like where it's going. Beautiful cover art. Definitely check out the series if you're a fan of like Harry Potter, or what Harry Potter was. It's a super good series. Definitely worth reading, and beautiful artwork. Vinland Saga, always an S tier. If you're reading Vinland Saga, you know what's right. If you're watching it, you may not know what's up yet, but I trust you. It's so good. And there's no reason to not be reading it or at least watching it at this point. It's an amazing series. Check it out. Even if history mangas aren't your thing, it's still worth reading. Reign of the Seven Spellblades, another series that's kind of similar to Harry Potter. It got a lot better recently, especially with the last volume and this one. We've got a lot of betrayals and killings, and the Seven Spellblades are actually starting to make an appearance, which is really great. Worth checking out as well. Inspector, very wordy series, but very good. Mystery kind of supernatural series by yokai. Definitely worth checking out if you like that kind of a thing. It's not for everybody, I know. Gigant had an amazing ending. Time travel, big giant aliens, pretty much everything you would expect from the creator of Gantz. So definitely check it out if you are a fan of that. The assassin, world's best assassin, has been reincarnated as an aristocrat. Another good series that I really like, but not one that we get a lot of volumes from, sadly, but it's definitely worth checking out. This volume kind of kickstarts the main character's quest to kill the main hero. His goal is to assassinate the main hero after the main hero kills the demon lord. He thinks it's because the main hero goes out of control. He's too strong, can't control his own powers. I'm realizing that my stuff probably a little bit off. There we go. Anyways, definitely give that one a read for sure. Let's see, what else do we got here? Hellbound, I wasn't a fan of it. Really good premise, but with a really bad, what's the word for it, execution. It didn't quite do it for me. I was expecting a lot more. My Isekai Life, another really good series. I really enjoy My Isekai Life. It is a very good isekai. Big fan of how it's evolving, and the main character is not just OPing and can kill everything. There are some things he actually needs to train for, so I can't wait to see what other things are going to come up. Pandora Heart's pretty interesting so far. I haven't read past the first 4 volumes. I heard it gets really good at volume 10. Downside is that's like halfway through the series. But it's interesting. I'm intrigued. I'll probably keep reading it. Just give me some time here. Sakamoto Days. I love this series. We are getting more world building. We're getting more about the characters. We're getting a lot more everything. And I am so excited to see where we're going. It's been a blast so far. Bofuri, another good series that I think is a lot of fun. It's just like a VMMORPG story. It's not like anything groundbreaker or anything like that, but it's just a lot of fun. It's like if you could have a slice of life, but as a VMORPG manga, this is kind of it. Pretty much the main character builds a all defense build, breaks the game because she gets a bunch of broken skills with it. So it's just funny, but it's not like too serious or anything like that. Zom 100, I have been digging this series a lot. Definitely recommend reading it. It's a lot of fun, very funny, and lighthearted. It's a zombie manga by the same creator of Alice in Borderland, but it's nothing like Alice in Borderland. But I do still recommend checking it out. A lot of people found it kind of episodic. We are starting to get a little bit more plot driven here, but it's still kind of that episodic thing. I like it a lot, though. Weakest Contestant of All Space and Time. Another series that's a lot of fun. It is not super thought-provoking. The main concept is the main character almost won the tournament for the weakest contestant of all space and time throughout multitude of universes. But then he escaped with a few of the other weaker contestants, and they are on the run, so that way they don't die. And all the other previous contestants are also after them to try to kill them, because then they get some sort of reward. It's a lot of fun. The characters are hilariously incompetent. Definitely worth checking out. Yozakura Family Volume 2, a lot better than the last one was, but I would still probably rate it in this area here. Maybe a little better than Weakest Contestant. It's starting to move away from where I thought it was going, which is good, because where I thought it was going kind of tired. Didn't really care to read that point. It is one of those series where it's a lot of action, kind of like Hitman Reborn, but a little bit, what's the word for it? Not as slow of a start as Hitman Reborn had. So definitely check it out if you were a fan of Hitman Reborn, since that series is probably never going to get picked up again. But it was a very good series, and towards the end it kind of faltered. In the beginning it was kind of slow, but still it was good. Kind of reminds me of that. Classroom of the Elite manga. I mean, I think it's okay. It's fine. That's like the definition of a C-tier manga. Again, it's because it's the manga, it's not the light novel. I don't get why it's so popular. So the manga is really failing to deliver that thing that the light novel did, which is too bad. Usotoki Rhetoric. This is a pretty good series. I like it a lot. The main character can detect lies. It's kind of like, yeah. It reminds me of Poker Face, a new TV show that just started. And if you watch Russian Doll, it's the same girl in that one. It's a lot of fun to see these kind of episodic mysteries kind of play out that she's able to detect these lies for. She works for a detective agency, and she's shunned from her original family because she can detect lies. Similar story in Poker Face, but it's kind of funny that I read these both at the same time. Poker Face is a TV show. I watched that one, and then I read this one like the day after, which is kind of funny. Yora, I'm not understanding why this exists. I get that they're trying to cash in on Nier, but it's kind of late. I mean, Switch one did just come out, but like, I don't know, it's just not really selling itself to me at this point. It's okay. 17 to 21, Chainsaw Man. Before Chainsaw Man, I really liked this one. This one was a ton of fun. Each one shot I thought was very good, so definitely worth checking out if you are a fan of Chainsaw Man. I like this a lot more than Even Look Back. Eden Zero Volume 20. We finally get off of the we finally get to the time skip. The war's over. People are not coming back. Some people are coming back. It was mind-blowing to me. I loved where this is going. Definitely check out Eden Zero if you were a fan of Rave Master. It is way more like Rave Master than Fairy Tail was. Fairy Tail was very, very fan servicey. Eden Zero is not anything like that. The Boxer, also super good. Manhwa about a boxer. Can't wait to see where this one goes. I think everybody's heard 100 things about it by now, so they get the idea. This is Multi-Mind Mayhem. It is getting started in a new arc. It's an interesting arc. The main character's mom's pregnant. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. I don't know if we are going to go any further with that, if we're going to time skip or anything like that, but I do like that the main character, Rudeus, is actually aging. You can kind of see him in each cover get a little bit older, which is nice. So I do enjoy that. Afro Samurai, it's like a pure nostalgia-esque. I really loved Afro Samurai when I was younger, and it came out in English with Samuel Jackson. It did a terrific job, in my opinion, of capturing hip-hop and samurai. Samurai Champloo did a similar thing with it. If you're a fan of Samurai Champloo, you would love Afro Samurai. If you're a fan of Sakuga, you would love Afro Samurai. It is pretty good anime. The manga is good too, but I would prefer to watch the anime and the movie if I was you. Check that out first and then grab the anime. Then grab the manga. The manga is good. It's cool. It's got these red coloring for a regular black and white manga with these red little speckles on it. Makes it really pop, which is nice. I was reincarnated as the Empress, and so I tamed the Demon Lord. This is pretty good. I think this is the finale of it. I'd probably rate it around here. It kind of rushes the ending. It's good. It's not bad. I know it sounded like a C. The story overall is what I'm talking about, though. It just the ending seemed a little bit rushed. I had a good time reading the whole thing throughout. Definitely worth reading the 3 volumes that it is. Will I ever reread it or recommend people to read it? If they're a fan of this kind of series, I would. Short, simple, sweet. But like, I wouldn't use this to introduce somebody into the genre of it. You know what I mean? Record of Ragnarok. This is a pretty sweet fight here. We finish up. What's his name? Oh my gosh. It's the guy that's the rival to Mushishi, Kojiro versus Poseidon. It was okay of a fight. In my opinion, I was expecting a lot more, but I think that's Vagabond's fault. I probably would rank it like around here-ish. I'm more excited for Hercules and Jack the Ripper that they teased in this one, hence the volume cover. That is where I'm really anticipating some good stuff here. That's pretty much the reason I put it in B. If it was just the Kojiro Poseidon fight, I probably would have put it at C. But because it has that little hint to it, I'm kind of excited. Yakuza Reincarnation Volume 4. This series is starting to kind of amp up here. I would probably rate it around here. It was really good where it's heading right now. I'm a big fan. We're getting more into the supernatural elements. Speaking of, this was a huge surprise. I did not expect to like this as much as I did. Orient Volume 10. He goes Super Saiyan, essentially. He gets the blood of the goddess on him, Blade Goddess, rolling, and we are finally getting to some action. So I'm having a good time with that. Speaking of surprises, Red Hood, I did not expect to like as much as I did, but I liked it a lot. It was really an interesting story and concept to kind of introduce us to. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I heard that the last one where it's canceled is like really meta and really fun. So that's going to be an exciting time too. Dot Hack GU begins. This helps really tie together all the Dot Hack series. For the pure, not nostalgia, but fact that I love Dot Hack, it's got to go up to S tier because it ties together even the first anime series, which I had long since considered non-canon, to be canon, and just totally blew my mind. So I gotta put it in the S tier for that. If you guys are a fan of Dot Hack, I highly recommend checking out this manga. I guess it shipped with the Japanese special edition for Nintendo Switch with the game Dot Hack GU Recoded, but it was emailed out to us regulars for the English release, so everyone got the English chapters as long as you signed up for it. Shangri-La Frontier, another banger. I'm loving this series. It's probably my favorite VMMORPG manga right now. Strongly recommend checking it out. Essentially, this guy plays really trash video games, and so he's used to things being against his favor, making him a very good gamer. And he's playing one of the best games of all time right now. So he's killing it. Tons of fun with it right now. Definitely recommend checking it out. Undead Unluck Volume 10. We are finally finishing up the 4 seasons arc. I also have been really enjoying this series a lot. I would say it's really close to being the same or better than Sakamoto Days. They've got different strengths and weaknesses for sure. But Undead Unluck has really grown. I thought it was just okay at the beginning, and now it's really started to take off for me. I think it's like, up there. It's up there. It's let's see, what else am I missing here? Kimono Jihen also is getting really good. I would probably rate it around here. Very similar to Bungo Stray Dogs, so check it out, or Blood Blockade Battlefront if you were a fan of either one of those. It's starting to get a lot more gruesome than Bungo Stray Dogs was, which is very good for the series. I think that's an excellent direction for it to go in. Hopefully it can continue as good as it's been, because it is doing pretty good stuff. Peach Boy Riverside, another series that I think is starting to really do good. I've always thought it was good, but I've recently thought it to be even better. Peach Boy Riverside is pretty much a story about this girl who goes on this quest to unite all the races in this world. However, Momoshiki he runs across her and is trying to eliminate all the ogres, whereas the main character is trying to unite them. So we introduce this really interesting twist where the bad guys are also trying to unite all the races, and the good guy, Momoshiki, is actually trying to kill them, and so she doesn't know who to trust, these evil demons who are actively trying to kill humans, or Momoshiki, who's actively trying to kill ogres instead of unite them. So hopefully she picks neither, but we'll see what happens. They put her into this kind of a juxtaposition where she's supposed to pick one, but I kind of am hoping she picks none. I think the last one here is Kubo, Won't Let Me Be Invisible. It got better this volume. I liked it a lot more than I had it in the past, besides maybe the first 2 volumes. So it's good to see it kind of moving in the right direction. This series is, again, a good one, but not great in my opinion. I haven't heard anything about the anime, maybe because of which streaming service it's on, but it's okay. I definitely recommend checking it out, but it's good. It's probably, I think it's the weakest Jump title on my reading tier list right here. It's not one that you would expect from Jump because it's such a slice of life, kind of female-focused romance comedy. Usually if it's like a Jump romance comedy, it ends up being kind of ecchi, which this is definitely not. No fan service at all in this, and it ends up being more focused on the guy, but this seems to be more focused on the girl and her family, a little bit on, it's on him too, but I would say that's the main viewpoint. Anyways, this is how I would rank my tier list for January, the first of the year, and it is a tough one. And you can see here I read a ton of different series, tough for me to keep in my brain stem. So I'm glad that I was able to put this list together for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing this unravel as I did, because I didn't even expect this to turn out this way. But here we both are staring at this like that, okay? I don't know how these things happen. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Helps out the channel a ton, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.